Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington, and tonight we are kicking off with some of the biggest matches in MPW history. And as we continue throughout the night, we will have some historic matches. To start us off, we're coming off of Cursed by Success, which means there's only one thing coming up. We have the qualifying match for the Never Letting Go Chronostasis Chambers. If you want to earn your spot in the Chronostasis in the Elimination Chamber, you can only do it if you win the qualifiers. So the first one that we're going to have tonight is Angel, coming off of a big loss against TeaTheShiba for his openweight championship, tying his previous record of 9 days. Over his 2 times as champion, he's held the championship, the openweight championship, for 18 total days. Was dethroned by T on Saturday. And SleepyPengu looking to qualify. So in this match, the winner will move on to This Is Not a Christmas Show. They will go into the cryo chamber, earn their spot. Randomly selected. They may get a pod, they may start it off, but we will see one of the hardest matches for a champion to win, and these two are for the Icon division. If Flair can retain his championship at the next Premium Live event in 5 weeks, he will become the longest reigning Icon division champion in history. But Flair's got to go through an entire chamber. And later this evening, in the semi and main event of the night, we are going to be starting off the A and B block for the Ultimate MPW Tournament. It's the big one. The B1 Summit will be started here tonight, and we'll tell you a little bit more about the rules and what that has in store for our competitors here. But it is going to be the biggest tournament in MPW history. So you're going to want to stick for the end of tonight. The last 2 matches, you're definitely not going to want to touch that dial. No, don't want to touch that mouse, dial, or remote. As Angel and Sleepy getting his arm twisted behind his back. Angel trying to wear down the grappler here. You can see the frustration already showing on Angel after losing the Openweight Championship on Saturday last week. You can see he's already a little bit frustrated. Going for a Tornado DDT, doesn't connect. Pushing into the corner. Takes him over. It's going to be a little bit more of a technical match. Sleepy, definitely known for a little bit more of his grappling, but it seems like Angel is holding his own against Sleepy. And just as I say, Sleepy gets back control. Could become one of 6 competitors to enter the cryo chamber in the elimination chamber. One of the deadliest environments we have in this industry. Angel going up to the middle rope. Sleepy trying to swat him off, but kicks him away, and Angel getting a little bit with the wacky elbows. Axe handle for Sleepy. I mean, this is a big opportunity because not only do you get a shot at a championship, basically a 1-in-6 shot. Speaking of shots, just hitting shots right to the chin. And now a triangle Triangle armbar, I think. Angel, here comes the boom! Dropping him down, but this is a big opportunity. It's a stressful opportunity. You only get one shot to get in this chamber. Fist of Fate by Angel. You only get one shot. And this is it. There is no do-over. There is no loser's bracket. And Angel wants a spot spear. Gets caught, though. Sleepy. Reverses it into a DDT. Deadlift. Takeover. TheSleepyPengu hasn't seen himself in a championship match in quite some time. Like a house on fire. Sleepy goes for the cover on Angel. Near fall. Sleepy wants Angel back up on his feet. Just tossing him by his ears. Sits Angel up off the ropes. What is he looking for? Soccer kick. Straight to the nose. And Angel barely getting back onto his feet. Floats over. Goes, covers him. What a crazy cover on Sleepy. Is it enough? Is it enough? Kick it a 2. Sleepy headbutt. On his feet. Sleepy hold. Sleepy hold, but he's getting a little bit close to the ropes there. He's in the ropes. Oh, no, yeah, he is. I was like, the ref's not calling it? Could have just been the camera angle we saw. And Sleepy on the middle rope. Axe handle. Sends him off the ropes. Bumps him. No, he doesn't bump him. He grabs him for the go to Sleepy. To put Angel away. 2. Near fall again. Sleepy nearly securing his spot in the Icon Division. Elimination Chamber. Once again. Go to Sleepy on the chin. Is 2 going to be enough for Angel? No, it isn't. Angel back up. Got Sleepy against the ropes, but not enough. Angel's definitely probably feeling worse for wear. Sleepy going up top. Angel back up on his feet. Tosses Sleepy. Off the ropes. Step. Fucking casket drop. Once again, rolls up, but he's way too close to the ropes. No, he's not. Referee checks it. Kick it a 1. Rolls through Sleepy, trying to get out of this corner. But Angel's got him. Drop kick. Springboard drop kick. Angel trying to find a little bit of momentum. Bring back this match, Big Boot. That Big Boot almost won him the match last week. And Angel is looking tired in the corner. Doesn't quite know what he wants to do. Knee strike to the back. Sleepy rolls in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Angel, what is he looking for? He's looking for Sleepy, and he finds him. Angel is looking wobbly. Those strikes to the head definitely doing their toll. Now forearms meet the jaw. And Sleepy might have it here. Rights and kicks. Suplex something or other. Alley-ooped himself, too. Sleepy is also looking tired. And gets the knee. Lands him with the knee. Angel sees blood in the water. This time he gets the spear. And look at Sleepy's face. I think he's busted open off that one. Near fall for Sleepy, barely getting the shoulder. Off the rope, casket drop. Force of his whole weight. Now Angel, any means necessary. Undoing the turnbuckle. Referee sees it immediately, though. Is going to go out of her way to fix it. A splash. Nobody's home. Sleepy. Sleepy holding on, but that mask of crimson dripping. And Angel smells blood in the water. Fall from grace. 1, 2, 3. Angel's the first one to qualify for the Icon division. What is Sleepy doing? Pulling the rope down for dear life. I don't think Sleepy can stand straight. Sleepy could potentially be concussed, but Angel once again finding his way into the title picture as we move on to our next match, the Idol Division. First qualifier match next. It's time for the Idol Division first qualifiers for the Elimination Chamber. We haven't seen too much of Jin this season, but making his way into the qualifiers could be the perfect chance for Jin to make a name for himself. Or will he fall into obscurity? We'll have to see. Had kind of an explosive start to Season 3 and has just been... has a little bit of a little aftertaste. Gonna see what this guy's capable of. And I mean, this is one of the rare opportunities, rare chances in MPW where you really have just a huge opportunity, a wide range of chance to win a championship. But with that wide range of chance, leaves you very little opportunities to actually get your shot. So if you don't claim the opportunity now, you may never be able to. And speaking of someone that was unable to claim his opportunity, UnchainedAwesome had an embarrassing showing at Cursed by Success against Emrys Morgana. Just when it comes to women, it might just be Chain's weakness, his kryptonite, if you will. Emrys Morgana locked in the hemlock, and it was all over for Chain. He barely got any offense on, honestly. It's a miracle he made it that far. It would have been a historic moment for Chain's career, his second championship, or actually his third championship total. Chain hasn't seen a championship since One More Time of Season 1. And that was the last time. It said no more times for UnchainedAwesome. But Unchained could find himself in the chamber. I'm not looking, or if I'm Emrys Morgana, I'm not looking forward to having to... I'm not looking forward to having a, having to work on Not a Christmas Show, because Emrys Morgana, of course, one half of the tag team champions and the Idol Division champion. So she's going to have to not only work in the Elimination Chamber, she's going to have to defend her tag team championship. who's going to join, or who's going to be the first idol to qualify and potentially get the first pod. Chain versus Jin. Chain straight out the gate. I mean, you know Chain's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder after last night's show on Saturday, losing to Emrys. Wants to find himself in contention again. But of course, Jin has had very little opportunities this season, so you got to imagine he's pretty hungry. Headlift, powerbomb. Lozine up and over, says Chain, or sends Chain, and Chain's getting used to the feeling of that concrete. Gonna get a little bit more familiar with it. One. Dropping him. Suplex, the blood rushing to Chain's head as Jin back into the ring at a 2 count. I mean, let's be real too. When it comes to who's feeling the most fresh, it's gonna be Jin. Chain had to deal with a match on Saturday. He came off of a hard loss. Oh my lord. Just tank that. Crucifix pin. Goes for the cover. Near 1 count, but we'll see how the effects of the match he fought on Saturday is going to affect him here. And a Chain tying. What is he doing here? Tying Jin up into a little ball. And a kick to the tailbone. Sharp kick to the tailbone. Super kick. Dodges it. Blocks the punch. Catches him again. Sends Chain off the ropes. Ducks under. Jumps over. Basement drop kick. Goes over. Senton. And up. Faith. Oh, monkey flip. Monkey flip by Jin. Sorry, my brain just... It's like a monkey hitting cymbals. Monkey flip. Jin nearly takes it early. I mean, Chain is really just a dead fish here. Getting off the top. Hurricane Rana. Chain standing tall again, but not for very long. Butterfly powerbomb. Chain is looking worse for wears. There he goes. Gets out of the corner now. And a spine buster. Actually picking up something. A little bit of action for Chain. He's not just playing the role of a training dummy. Knee strike to the temple. Now working over Jin's arms. Chain working over both arms now. And a Hurricane Rana again with authority. Chain's back up on his feet, though. Jin seems shocked. Chain going for an uppercut, or yeah, European uppercut type. Didn't connect. Chain needs to focus a little bit less on being hyped up and actually aiming his attacks at people. Sends Jin into the corner. What is Chain doing? Getting on the top rope, arm drag. Getting a little fancy with it. And this time goes for the cover on Jin. Kick out at 1. Chain has not done nearly enough damage to warrant a 2 count, let alone a 3. A hip toss. And Jin sending Chain Hurricane Rana again. Jin over the top. Senton lands on the back of his head. In the corner, monkey flip out of the corner as well. And I think that genuinely might have been all she wrote. Nobody does a better monkey flip than Jin. A kick out of 2, barely getting that shoulder. Chain needing to get some space, rolling in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Jin sensing what Chain is going through. And a DDT on the floor. Maybe this was a bad idea for Jin. Chain sends him back into the ring. Chain follows suit. Jin back up. Hurricane Rana. Chain's trying to just get some space, but he can't. Every time. Oh, smacks him around. Chain. Chainmaker. Cover on Jin. Isn't enough. 1, 2. No, kick out of 2. Jin getting out of the corner. A drop kick turns Chain inside out. Jin now gonna get locked in a battle between Chain. Slaps being traded. Chain's having none of it now. Maybe Jin's finally awoken the beast. We saw this last Saturday. Chain wanted to take punishment, but it didn't work out for him last week. The cockiness still in there, the bravado, even at moments like these. And now Jin saying, let's go for it. A hockey fight, an old-fashioned hockey fight, and once again, Chain is on the losing end. Monkey flip! Elevated monkey flip. And I think Chain just might have been served as another loss here. And Jin locks himself into the chamber. As we'll move to the first match of B Block for the B1 Summit. We'll learn a little bit more about that next. It is time to start off the B Block of the B1 Summit. An ancient tournament brought back in MPW. You can see around the ring the spirits of the old warriors. For the first time ever, we are here tonight. MPW's B1 Summit is a round robin tournament. The winner of the match gets 2 points. If there's a draw, you get 1, and if you lose, you get 0 points. The person with the most points in each slot will go one-on-one against each other to determine who will challenge for a championship that the bosses upstairs have yet determined. We're starting off with Merlin. And of course, unlike this tournament, each contestant coming in wearing their battle armor, if you will, their attire based on a person in fiction that gives them power, if you will, or inspires them, if you will, or best represents them, if you will. Merlin coming in it's Tycho inspired from the Yakuza games. And Draven wearing Scarlet Witch attire. This match is going to be contested in the oldest form of fighting. An all-out bare-knuckle street fight. No ropes, no countouts, just your fists. You have to either knock your opponent out or make them submit. This is the greatest honor and the greatest opportunity anyone in MPW can have. And we're starting it off with Merlin and Draven, 2 of the original MPW roster members. This is exactly what the big one is all about. the B1 Summit. This is going to be the biggest tournament in MPW history. We have Merlin, Gambledorf the Gold on our left side. And on our right side, we have DancingWithDraven. Two very formidable opponents. Both, I feel like, have the arsenal to be able to really win this one. Also, of course, I should have mentioned 30-minute timer, meaning that if you don't win the match within 30 minutes, it goes to a draw, earning you guys both 1 point. And Merlin already sending Draven into the ring post like nothing matters. This is unlike any match we've ever seen in MPW. Draven stopping Merlin from sending her back in the ring. You do not have to beat your opponent in the ring. You just have to submit or KO them. German suplex by Draven. We'll see who becomes the front runners for this tournament. Each block has 7 members, 14 members in total. Working over the ankles of Draven now. And now Boston Crab on the floor, like I said, pinfall or not pinfall, submission or KO. You must make your opponent give up in some way, whether they tap out or their body gives up. Sending Merlin into the barricade head first. Catching his other arm knee. When it comes to strength, I think Merlin definitely has it, but when it comes to striking, I think Draven has a lot more deadly arsenals of strikes. Draven and Merlin both looking very snazzy in their Taiga and Scarlet Witch-inspired attires, respectively. A forearm hammer fist now. There's very little of what the ref can do to get involved here. The ref's just going to check and see if either opponent is standing by the end of the match. A headbutt. Nobody wins in a headbutt, but apparently Draven with those horns ramming them right in. And Draven front face lock, pulling it back on Merlin. Gonna try and wear Merlin down. We're gonna see some people that have never really been known for their submission specialties try out some submissions here. And up. Oh my god! Head first onto the stairs. Draven's back up, though. Cyro suplex, dumping Merlin onto the concrete. This is going to be some of the most brutal matches we've ever seen. Draven makes it back into the ring. Drop kick, one-legged drop kick with that boot. And a knee to the chin. Like I said, just strikes to the head from Draven. Devastating strikes to the head. Merlin with a clothesline. Backing him on to the edge, but no. Now Merlin grabbing the nerves of Draven on the back. The nerve hold. Squeezing down on the nerves of the arm. Merlin picking up Draven and just sending her toppling to the floor right in front of the French Canadian commentators table. When the ring's got no ropes, it's so easy to just dump your opponent to the floor. Merlin with a big boot. Taking Draven onto his shoulders. Samoan drop, or not Samoan drop, weight slam into a big boy senton. And Merlin might be looking for the snowball effect. No! Merlin sound of 9 to Merlin! Referee's not calling the match yet. Draven nearly avoiding the snowball effect. Could have potentially taken her out. French-Canadian commentators table. What is it? Fuck Buster into the corner of the French-Canadian commentators table. And it looks like Draven might be looking to end it. Blackout! The ref still says Merlin's good. And Merlin does make it onto his feet as we've just eclipsed 5 minutes. Sound of night! The referee maybe doing more damage to Merlin than good. It's all up to the referee's discretion as well. The referee will determine when the person cold shoulder, when the person is unfit. And a knee strike. Merlin isn't out of it yet. Merlin seems like he's got so much life left in him. Deadlift, powerbomb, no, floats over. Death Valley driver. And that was enough to put Draven out. Just an absolute burst of strength from Merlin. Earning his first 2 points. Merlin. The first one to pick up 2 points. In the B1, as we'll move on to our main event. The start of the A block. We will see next. All right, it is time for our second B1 match of the season. And the first match to start off A block. It's going to start off with Garreth, Unported, Merlin's tag team partner. And of course, just like Tyga, Majima is Tyga's tag team partner, I should say. Garreth, Unported. I don't know how it's going to feel to be wrestling with an eye patch, but Garreth is looking quite fine in that jacket. Garreth's another one I would want to look out for in this tournament. I feel like he could easily take it. Of course, he's feeling probably pretty lucky that he's not in the block with Merlin, so the only time Merlin or Garreth would meet each other in this tournament is in the finals. Garreth does benefit a little bit more of the high-flying variety, which means, you know, the lack of turnbuckle does put him at a little bit of a disadvantage there, but when it comes to strikes and grapples, I feel like Garreth is pretty all-around strong in every facet of that, so. And Garreth's opponent is gonna be, oh my god, I am not feeling, I am feeling sorry for Garreth here. Oh my god. I felt the air just get sucked out of the room. If you thought ShmeepsWorld couldn't be more intimidating, one half of the tag team champions. ShmeepsWorld in her Venom-inspired outfit. What a horrible combination. You'd have to go up against someone like ShmeepsWorld. My god, I mean, just the mind games of going up against something like that. This could be a big opportunity for La Primera, having ShmeepsWorld enter. ShmeepsWorld, I would certainly say, could be a favorite to win here. Could be a favorite to win this whole tournament. Just How do you go up against someone whose entire personality is wanting to break her opponents in a match where it doesn't get ended until your opponent is broken? Garreth doesn't seem to be too phased, though, facing up against an absolute beast that is ShmeepsWorld. ShmeepsWorld versus Garreth starts us off. The dropkick trying to chop ShmeepsWorld down, but not working yet. There he goes. Third time's the charm, standing moonsault. Or shooting star press, excuse me. I do say Garrett's more of a high flyer, and I feel like he's able to make his own elevation sometimes. But when it comes to strength, I don't think many people are beating ShmeepsWorld here. Puts the knee on the back of his spine. Garreth gets out of it. Garreth is wasting no time to get as many strikes off as he can. ShmeepsWorld's got him up in a power bomb. Garreth knows where that leads. And ShmeepsWorld suplex. Like I said, ShmeepsWorld just wants to break her opponents. Power bomb. Oh, falling down power bomb. Just be thankful she didn't send you out of the ring. Garreth using his speed to try to avoid this monster, but there's only so much you can do. Another suplex. ShmeepsWorld might have been genetically designed for this, mechanically designed for a match like this. The Boston Crab now already trying to wear down Garreth. The strong legs of Garreth. Now it's his turn to try and wear down Beeps, excuse me. Beeps letting her mission statement be known. Oh, on the gut. Tries to kick. Oh, super kick to the back of the head nearly sends her off the apron, off the canvas. And now Garreth shared some words as he smacks the side of her head. Oh, knee strike. Bumps him. Once again, using his speed. I mean, oh, high caliber. And now wrapping her around. We'll have to see how much submission specialty Emrys has taught ShmeepsWorld. And sends him into the post. Headbutt for Beeps. As ShmeepsWorld pulling at his ribs. It's up for the Hurricane Rana head scissor type beat. Clothesline nearly lobs her head off. Garreth throwing everything. Team Wizard King putting it on tonight. And once again, working over the big legs of Beeps. Beeps just can't grab Garreth. I mean, this is such an expert show of speed and tactic by Garreth. But ShmeepsWorld now, just as I say that, commentator's curse! Sending him to the floor. Royal pardon! Royal pardon to ShmeepsWorld! Garreth hitting everything! And a second royal pardon. Wait, Garreth improvising with the lack of ropes up on the barricade. ShmeepsWorld, though, had it scouted. Oh my god, just plants him. Grabs him into the bat breaker. And that was enough to put away Garreth. The ref calls the match. And ShmeepsWorld picks up her first 2 points of A block. Thank you guys so much for watching Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm Masu Pro Wrestling 10. We will continue the B1 Summit next week. And we'll see who else will join Jin or Angel in the Elimination Chambers. We'll see you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.